Hello, everyone. Good evening. Welcome. Today we have featured the game one of the Cadillac Cup finals here on Speed Gaming 2. So we'll be having the first match, Xelpher versus I'm All In. Hopefully today we have a great show. This is Jets of Time, Chrono Trigger, Open World Randomizer. So, players are just setting up, waiting. They will be starting the race very soon. So this is Jets of Time Randomizer. We have Xelpher versus Amalin. I'll be doing commentary today. This is Moon is here, and Silverwork will be tracking. So, are we excited for this race or not? Finals game one. So, they are getting ready. When they start, I'll be talking about what's going on, what they will be trying to search for, items to buy, consumables, the starting route. They usually try to, okay, we have a start. So this is a Robo and Megas start. Wow, this looks amazing. Yeah, this is a very powerful start because on one hand, we have Megas there, while he takes a while to learn his first text because it takes 50 tech points to learn the text, first tech. He's a very powerful mage, and the starting, and for the start, is he is really versatile. So a lot of AoE attacks, very powerful attacks, attacks available such as Dark Matter, Dark Mist. And on the other hand, we have Robo. So Robo is a great, powerful, versatile character as well because we have both the possibility of having magical attacks such as Shock and Area Bomb, as well as great physical attacks such as Uzi Punch and Rocket Punch and Robo Tackle as well. So they have started. We see already Xelpher digging into the desert. The desert play is a really interesting starting play because you just have to run away from a single fight and you can loot a lot of chests that have some very interesting items for the very early game. I mean, they are at level 1 and they are getting and picking up some really interesting items to start. Such as mid-tier weapons and armors and items as well, consumables, mid-eater. We saw a Sage Bow Plus, barriers, and a lot of interesting consumables. I'm all in, heading into the initial fight in the Guardia Forest, grabbing that power tab, and also grabbing the free shelter. So today we have free, we don't have the free menu glitch. I'll talk about that later. And we don't have, we have hard items. So hard items means that some consumables are more expensive to buy. So that's why getting that free shelter is a nice idea. By finishing those two initial, we see the bent sword. The bent sword is available for the runners to buy. That's one piece of the sword, and I'm going to talk about the go modes later on. Okay, so when I'm all in finishes this fight, he's going to unlock the first two techs. From wow, we see Shock and Uzi Punch. So that's a really powerful Robo right from the start. Well, looks promising. Maybe they will keep Robo in the party. Who knows? Xelpher heading in Guardia Millennial Fair, and here he'll have access to 3 shops, and he'll be checking, I mean, they are checking in this initial routing process for some key consumables, such as meat tonics, eaters, shelters, revives, and heals. That's really important for the end game. Heals is a key consumable to remove status effects from the character. We see Imolen heading into the desert to the desert looting as well. He is grabbing the lower left chest as well, which requires an extra specific movement to avoid that encounter. And I think they are getting also duplicate items here. We see a Sage Bow Plus, which is a feature of the Gear Randall, and another Sage Bow Plus, which is possible because they can sell the extra Sage for money, and they need money. And all, yeah, I see a comment in chat. We need heal beam and laser spin. Yes, laser spin is the tech required for the ultimate Omega Flare triple tech, which I am maybe we'll be seeing today because we only need an extra character here and a specific rock, which is the blue rock, and Luca. So maybe they will find Luca very early on, and hopefully maybe it's going to be, I mean, the past 2 tournament matches have been decided by Omega Flares, and well, we'll see. Not the past 2, but the very first 2 games on the previous match from that was Corinth versus I'm All In. We had in game 1 a match that was won by Corinth using Omega Flare. And game 2, I'm All In won by also using Omega Flare because that was a huge advantage versus the final boss. The final double golem spot. Let's see the 3 key item here. Thomas Pop. Okay, Thomas Pop is an interesting key item to unlock early on because that will open up. Oh, we see Xelpher already activating the sequence here. And I'm All In actually doing the same thing. So they are actually saving time here by already visiting the grave and unlocking Giant's Claw dungeon. So the Giant's Claw is a check that will grant access to several chests with decent loot, and also a triple tech rock. So maybe we'll be finding the blue rock today. Let's see. We don't know if they. I don't think they will be doing this check like right away because the boss that is behind it is kinda cruel for a level 1 thing. So we'll be possibly seeing some other checks before they head into Giant's Claw. We see Xelpher grabbing some power tabs, an extra power tab here in the Sunkeep in 600. So power tabs, they can be up to +4 power, and actually in this seed we do have a +4 power tabs, and that is really important for Robo with UZ Punch like available right away. All right, we see, what do we have here? A Dynadoro check from Xelpher right from the start. Maybe he's planning to go and grab the free rock that's available and some loot. I don't think he'll be fighting the boss. There is also a speed tab available when you reach the top of the mountain. So maybe he wants some extra speed right away, so let's see. Meanwhile, we see Imolen heading into the Cathedral, which is a really good and important early check because of the availability unlocking, they'll be unlocking an extra character right away here by finishing the fights against the Nagarets. And oh, Ayla, wow. And they can unlock an extra character when they finish this dungeon. So let's see. This is okay. Xelpher just headed into the Nether Mountains to grab a few levels before entering here in Cathedral. Yeah, and this is the no magic team, so they can continue, doing checks, going to the endgame dungeon, and they don't need to visit SpeedGaming to unlock magic. Why? Because in vanilla, you don't have to unlock magic for those three characters, Robo, Ayla, and Magus. So this opens up a lot of interesting plays because you don't have to visit the factory. If they get a very fast go mode for Black Omen, and the go mode for Black Omen requires the pendant, the Chrono trigger, and the clone. When they find those three key items, they will be able to unlock Black Omen and fight Zeo to win the game. And normally, if you have a party that requires unlocking magic, then you'll have to go and search for the gate key or do an extra check by clearing, not a check, but clearing the factory to unlock magic, to access end of time to unlock magic, and that requires a lot of time, and extra time, especially if you don't have a lightning spell. So by having this team, they can go directly to Black Omen if they unlock this go mode. I decided not to complete Cathedral. He will not have access to the extra character. There are several disadvantages and downsides for this decision, which is they will not have Frog. If Frog is behind Cathedral, they will not have access to Frog right away. And Frog is required for one of the go modes, which is the Magus Castle go mode. They have already seen that a piece of the sword is available. And if they find another piece of the sword, only Frog would be required to go to Magus Castle and reach Ocean Palace. That is another go mode that would be available. So we don't know. On the other hand, by not finishing Cathedral, Imolen has already started the Akron Cave check. By having Robo with Shock, this will be like a breeze here. You will not have any type of setback because you can just use Shock in every fight here, and that's a lot of tech points as a reward. Interesting that we are seeing Xelpher already investing a lot of power tabs in Ayla. Has decided to focus all the power tabs on her. That is interesting because we do have Robo with UC Punch. I haven't seen yet the tech progression for Ayla, so we still don't know exactly. Let's see how that goes for Ayla. Oh, we see triple kick already. Yes. By having access to triple kick, that is why Xelpher has decided to invest all the power tabs on Ayla right away. And Dark Matter! Niggas just learned Dark Matter, really? I have triple kick, Triple kick, Uzi Punch. Dark matter. What city is this? No magic. I mean, we don't have to unlock magic. That is another reason why both runners have decided to do Hack-Run first, because as this game does not require unlocking magic, I mean, why not gather and gain all the tech points available as soon as possible? We do have an AoE, that's a lot of tech points. Right now, Megas just learned Dark Bomb. We are seeing a very similar route so far. It's very early game still. But it's comprehensible, understandable. Choosing Hack-Run first. So welcome in for the viewers that have arrived just now. We have Jets of Time, the Jets of Time Cadillac Cup Finals Game 1, featuring Xelpher versus I'm All In. And they are doing their very first check with a boss fight. I'm All In slightly ahead in this dungeon, and we see a Van Hack-Run here. Interesting. Is this even randomized? I mean, really? This is a 2100 HP spot, so that is going to be a very fast fight, considering we have Shock and Dark Matter. I'm All In has decided to focus the Dark Matter attack. That's doing 700. I mean, actually, considering that this is a 2100 hit point spot. Oh no, that's not good. That's not good. That's not ideal. And oh, okay, has some revives. So just 3 Dark Matter, that's all that's required to finish this. Yes, Hack-Run hitting very hard. And Robo just learned Heal Beam. And Megas just learned Fire 2 on All In side. That was a quick fight, as expected. I mean, just 3 Dark Matters is all it takes to finish off this fight against Hack-Run. And we see a speed tab investment on Megas right away. Wow, interesting. Xelpher decided to invest the speed tabs on Megas just so that he is able to... Ooh, Ruby Knife! Let's go! Ruby Knife is one of the key items that is required for the Ocean Palace Go mode. Yes, that's a very interesting observation there. Investing the power tabs, or the speed tabs on Megas just so he can outpace the fights on Mount Woe and do a power grind and power level and power item looting on Mount Woe, which is a dungeon that will be unlocked as soon as they have access to the end of time. I don't think we have seen the Xenon Bridge check just yet, and that's the check that I'm All In is heading right now. That's a very early investment for these speed tabs, and considering we don't have the ability to know when we'll be unlocking Woe or even Genodome. Robo's Ribbon. This is an interesting call here. Robo's Ribbon is an accessory for Robo that will grant him a +3 speed. And most importantly, the sun shades effect, which is a 25% bonus to all damage. And also the side scope effect. And this is actually a more or less a 3.5 minutes, 4 minute investment for this jack. So he decided to invest these several minutes into this jack just to be rewarded with a really powerful, but to be rewarded with a really good accessory for Robo. Which might be the difference between, for example, being able to survive boomerangs in a lava fight. We never know. Or even being able to be faster than Lava's core when he decides to use the spell random status effect. Now we see some divergence. Xelpher decided to do the desert check. And by choosing the desert check, that is a quick way to get a lot of levels because dark matter is able to kill everything here. I think that's one of the goals that Xelpher tries to go on his run stats, like trying to get stronger, faster. I mean, we've seen him going up and climbing Mount Woe very early on in previous runs, and that gave him the edge to be stronger, to go to Lavos earlier and to win. Welcome in everyone. We have today the game 1 for the Cadillac Cup Jets of Time Tournament Finals between Xelpher and I'm Olen. We see Flea. Wow, this is an interesting fight. So Flea is a very tricky boss to fight. Well, why? Well, because Flea has the possibility of countering your attacks with a move called D-Stare. And D-Stare, depending on the level that you face Flea, that is going to be a party wipe, because that's a lot of damage. And the possibility of getting a D-Stare is 50% when Flea is down below 50% HP. Let's see if Xelpher decides to keep Robo's Ribbon or not. That is, he has decided to, yes, okay, he has decided to keep it. Oh, okay, so we saw a desert dig for an extra level or 2, and then he's heading back, and now he's doing another check. Stronger. Well, let's see how that pays off. I think yes. Now Imolen is heading to the Nadora Mountains to do the check. By climbing, that's about a 2-minute climb. There is this mandatory fight here. They can't run away from this. But the other fights that they will face here in the mountain, they can run away from or they can skip. So it's a very fast climb to the summit of this mountain. And we'll be seeing mountains and lunch. Yeah, if Xelpher decides to go to Denadora Mountains as well, we'll be seeing a very similar route from both runners. So far, they have done about the same strategy. So heading into Cathedral, recruiting Ayla there, heading out, not finishing Cathedral, heading into Hecarim's Cave. Xelpher did some extra fights, and he got a couple of levels more right now. So maybe that's going to be an important difference later on. Let's see. Yeah, fighting free is a fight that you are almost always scared, because it's a kind of the chances are there for you to get a very nasty counter. So hopefully you'll not face this there. So I'm all in, heading and skipping a lot of fights here. The movement is very precise. So by doing this very precise movement here in the mountain, he's able to avoid and skip a lot of fights. He still has not invested the power tabs. Oh, and we see a speed tab drop on the bridge, which is great. Also, one of the good things about Denadora check is the speed tab right here. Right rock plus. So we can talk about the gear window. So whenever we see an item that's like plus, it's better than the vanilla version of the item. So when we see an item that's like, ooh, shields. So white rock, normally it just grants you the Poyozo Dance triple tech. But with the plus, there is also added effects and bonus effects to that item. And we see a shield that's a permanent shield for whoever decides to use it. That's great. Yeah, so this fight right here, the boss here in the Denadora Mountains, like we start with a phase 1, which is normal mass immune fight. They have to do 1,000 damage. That's about 1,000 damage, and one of them will die, and the fight will be over. And then the following phase is a randomized boss. Yeah, I think those. I mean, we are in the finals. Those are the great runners of Jets of Time. We'll be seeing today a very exciting match. Oh, and we have, what is the boss? Red Knight. Red Knight is a boss that ideally you would like to have a water spell, ice spell, to reduce his defense and avoid exactly that, those misses. But unfortunately, they don't have access to an ice or a water spell, so they have to just go and attack and hope that they won't miss. It's possible. They do have a triple kick and use punch. And that's one of the reasons why, if you're keeping with this team, might as well invest the power tabs. Because that's more power and less attacks. Triple kick is a very expensive attack, so might as well get the most of it. Yeah, triple kick here being very effective already, doing its work. So we do have, today also we have, top 8 flags features healing item random, and we have a randomized ether and I mean, all consumables. Tonics are healing 96 HP. Mid tonics are healing 240. Full tonics are healing 384. Ethers for 9. Mid ethers for only 18 NP. Full ether for 63. And Lapis M, which is an body-wide MP restore consumable. It restores 36 MP to body. And revive the reviving alive with 48 HP. Oh, Ayla down, that's not good. Yeah, so I can see now, so I'm all in. Started this fight earlier than Xelpher, but I think considering the investments in the power tabs already invested, Xelpher has already invested the power tabs and the speed tabs, and focusing attacks with Yuzi Punch. Wow. He might as well finish the fight earlier than I'm all in. And he did. It was a faster Meta Knight fight for Xelpher. Yeah, that decision, probably that decision of investing the tabs early on and doing the extra fights for the extra levels in the desert, and then Dora Mountains early on is paying off. Oh yeah, and the ice too, for sure. Enabling Gobo's Yuzi Punch to just do its damage. And we see Prism Shard reward. Okay, so let's talk about the Prism Shards. So the Prism Shard grants access to the Rainbow Shell quest, but it does require Mars to use. If you finish the Prism Shard quest with Molly in your party, so it will grant you another key item. So once the Rainbow Shell quest is completed, the Moonstone quest may also be completed, but for that they need A, the Moonstone, B, access to prehistory, C, access to the future, D, charging the Sunstone, and yeah, you got the idea. It's a very long, very tedious, kind of tedious quest. Yeah, now we are seeing the speed advantage, the level advantage. It's doing its work, and Xelpher is already fighting the boss in the desert with a Super Slash. Super Slash. Yeah, so Super Slash, interesting enough, Super Slash is not, I mean, he isn't that super when you compare with normal Slash. You can do some status inflicting attacks such as Boogie, for example, or Hypno Wave. Oh wow, it's already dead. I mean, he has a strong magic defense, and Slash attack will become more powerful at half HP, and he will begin to counter every attack. But that Yuzi Punch, that Dark Matter, amazing. And I'm Olen just following with the desert check. And now for the key item reward, and possibly this is going to be either the gate key or the pendant, because we still don't have access to another era so far. Let's see. The gate key there. That it is. The gate key is one of the most important key items here in Jets of Time because it opens up, wow, a lot of things. It opens up prehistory, it opens up access to the end of time, opens up Mount Wu because you open up end of time, and that opens you Mount Wu access. It opens up access, grants you access to the Dactyl Nest, which is another character. So if they find the Bruok, they can go and search for Luca. I don't think they will be doing this, considering they have a very powerful set of decks for those characters. But maybe we don't know. And Xelpher decided to get this encounter here because by having some AoE attacks, so he's able to finish them quite quickly, and he'll get more experience, get some tech points, and that's not a time loss if you consider the possibility of heading into the end of time and unlocking magic and going back and getting the epoch. And I mean, they don't even need to go to the end of time to unlock magic, so might as well get that encounter. They can also go to Tyranno Lair when they find a go mode, but that's still a dream stone away. Yes, Xelpher decides to... Ooh, the Blue Rock Plus. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, hit plus 10. That's not very exciting. But the Blue Rock itself is. Now there's another decision. We'll be going to search for Luca. And maybe she'll have Flare, like, available right away. I don't think they have unlocked Laser Spin yet. Xelpher decides to head into Giant's Claw. Hit plus Woe. We'll be seeing a Woe play. At least for now, Xelpher has apparently decided to post the Woe play after Giant's Claw. Let's see what Imoland decides to do right now. So this is game number 1 for the Cadillac Cup Jets of Time Randomizer Finals. Here in Giant's Claw, I mean, they can find like 3 power tabs, several chests, and we do have the fast tabs, quality of life, and featuring that's a faster BlackRock. That's another possibility for Megas. Megas is able to equip the BlackRock, and that plus, we never know. It may even be like Prism Specs effect, and that's huge. I'm all in doing some shopping and Mount Suo, here we go. Now that there's some divergence, let's see if this early Woe play will play big for N. Maybe this is the time, maybe it's the ideal. I don't know, but maybe like investing the power tabs right now should be nice. Okay, that's great. We see some power tab investments. And Anne has also decided to invest the power tabs. on A. And the speed taps goes to split. Everyone takes one. Mr. Chrono, welcome in. I mean, it's the second non-randomized bot that we fight today. And that's going to be Yuzi Punch after triple kick. After Dark Matter. They have access to one of the most powerful attacks they can have. That's going to be a fast, hopefully, a fast fight. And we can see and compare the time difference between choosing to go Woe and choosing to go Giant Squad, because I mean, this fight might be over like soon. Meanwhile, that's only the start here of the climb on Mount Woe. On the other hand, the quality and the amount of items that Imolen is going to have access here is incredible. The dungeon, one of the dungeons with the most high-end items and consumables. And also tech points and experience if you decide to go and take the fights. Which is also a very crucial decision. I mean, running away is great because it saves time. Oh, and beats toss for Xelpher. That's a really good tag. Running away takes time, but I mean, no. On the contrary, running away saves time, but will not grant you any experience at that point. So they have to decide when they'll get the fight. For example, here, 4 gargoyles. A simple dark matter will do the trick. And the Moonstone as a reward, well, that's exciting. Not for now, not very much. There are several spots for recruiting and finding characters here. That's available. Finishing Cathedral or finishing climbing Zacto Nest. That is a possibility because Prism Shard is there. With the Moonstone, it is most of the time better to wait for the access to the future so that you can grab 2 key items with the time investment of just one dungeon. Because the pendant opens up the future, and the future is required to charge the Moonstone and get the extra item. Oh, that's an amazing drop there. Full tonics and full ethers in a fight in Mount Woe. That is great, considering the limit and the scarcity here in hard items. Those types of consumable drop is great. And Xelpher decided to jump right into the Reptile Flare for an extra check. Meanwhile, Anne is climbing Mount Woe. So yeah, we can see the time investment there. Hopefully it will pay off. And he has this There was another chest there. I think he decided to go faster. Yeah, those encounters there, I mean, a lot of experience point, tech points, great drops. Lavos. If Elder Spawn fight, you have to hit the head and avoid hitting the shell. That's the idea. If you hit the shell, I mean, only if you are counting damage, which, I mean, normally it's a good idea. If you hit the shell, it's going to counter with an AoE attack that is very powerful, and we don't want to see that. Any thoughts and ideas for the key item rewards here? Xelpher will be finishing off this quite soon. If he finds a Dreamstone, that's go mode. If he finds another piece of the sword, that's almost go mode, because we still don't know where Frog is. And for Black Common go mode, we are still 3 items away for both runners. A hero medal, that's not... The hero medal is a key item that will grant the runners access to Frostborough. Check. And that's another key item. So we'll postpone for a minute. No armor question mark. So question mark, items question mark, they might be, they have like a different effect. The taste! I mean, I think that should be exclamation mark. Nova armor, exclamation mark. That taste. Pendant! The pendant is here. Okay, that changed things for Xelpher. I mean, he has the possibility of going to the future, finding Marl, doing prison charge, charging the Moonstone, and getting 2 key items out of this. Or he might go Mount Woe, or he might go Genodome. We don't know, let's see. The real key item reward was the pendant. And he has decided to go, heading into the future with Magus. Interesting enough, we see a Lavos spawn fight here on Imolen's side at the top of Mount Woe. And all things considered, the current party situation and tech progress and power tab investment, that's a 1100 damage Uzi punch. I mean, let's go. So we'll be able to see, so let's see if that difference between the Mount Woe decision for N. Ooh, Terra Arm, I mean Nova Armor question mark with haste and a Terra Arm and Uzi Punch, that's in the Robo's reboot, that's a great Robo. I don't think Robo is, I think Robo is in for the final fight. Welcome in, welcome in. Today, here we have the game one of the Chrono Trigger Cadillac Cup Jets of Time randomizer tournament. Match number 1, Xelpher versus Imolen. Currently, we have a very different routing decision happening here. The Dreamstone! The Dreamstone! The Dreamstone! Wow, wow, wow. That changes a lot. A lot. I mean, okay, okay. Now, I am very curious to know if I will search for Luke. I don't think he will. That's level 22. He has a lot of great items and a great body. I don't think Omega Flare will be enough for the Luca search yet. It's not enough. Just go. Just go. Only 4 shelters though. Okay. Maybe we'll go back to get more consumables later on. Yeah, it's a very hard decision to do. Very hard decision to take. Okay, we have a very curious situation right now. I'm all in with go mode. I mean, has the gate key, the dreamstone, and the ruby knife. That's all you need for your go mode to reach the Reno lair, finish off the Reno, unlock Ocean Palace. Make sure to go to the new shop for some shopping. And then that's it. That's levels. He'll surely be spending some time like grinding because level 22 right now he'll be at level maybe 24 when he enters Ocean Palace. There's some grinding possibly. And then that's it, that's a level fight. Yeah, on the other hand, Tabon suit question mark, that's promising. That's also promising. Maybe if Luca... I think Xelpher is in a situation that, well, might as well search for more and get 2 key items, maybe? Tricky spot. And that's a lot of things to do, a lot of possibilities in the future. Great keeps from and in Terreno layer right here. That's a lot of time saved. If you do all the skips here in Terreno layer, it's a lot of time saved. Running, heading out, wow, let's go. Door skip, nice, great. Congratulations, let's go. Yeah, I am very curious to see. Aren't we curious to see what is going on in Xelpher's mind right now? He has access to everything, like Geno Dome, Mount Woe, search for Mall, finish Cathedral, everything. Yeah, how much time, if he finds Molly fast and the reward from the Prism Shard and the Moonstone, it needs to be the clone trigger for him to get go mode. Or another piece of the sword and that's Robo in the... but, it's tricky. They are both at level 22, so there's not maybe 1 level difference. That's a 1 level difference. Randall's gonna Randall. We see some extra looting here. Grabbing some items in the lab. So there's a possibility of getting this fast chest here in lab 16 and this very fast chest here in lab 32. There's a lot of other possibilities, like, yeah, that chest over there in the sewers. Meanwhile, Imolan starting his fight against Tyranno. And wow, that was a really fast Tyranno lair. Terra Arm, Nova Armor question mark with haste. Robot Ribbon, a lot of speed tabs. Speed 13 Robo? Yes. A gold stud would be amazing. Xelpher has decided to check the fastest check here in the future, which is the Sun Palace check. Let's say more than a 6,000 HP spot, but I mean, with B-Star's Great Tech doing 3,000 damage, that's going to be fast. And, just as I said, a very fast fight. Yeah, Azala, 2,000 hit points, Azala break, waiting for Tyranno to reduce his defense, and that's it. The door is open. Time to go all in. All in, going and fighting the black turret. Yeah, this situation is, I mean, Xelpher's situation right now is tricky. A lot of checks are open. The reward from the Sun Palace was the Chrono Trigger. The Chrono Trigger is one of the key items that he needed for the Black Yeoman route. He's just a clone away from that go mode. But the question is, where is this clone? Yeah, this is something I think we should, talk about. Finding dependent early on is amazing, but finding dependent mid-game when you don't have go mode is like, what will I do right now? And that just opens up the seed even more. Meanwhile, 1,300 damage UZ punches have finished this Black Tyranno fight. Great fight. A great use of Boogie there on Xelpher side. Boogie is a dual attack from Robo and with Robo and Ayla, and it's a very versatile attack to stop several bosses. So by using Boogie on the Mother Brain, he's able to just avoid the Monitor's healing Mother Brain and just doing all the damage that he needs. The path to the Ocean Palace is open. The path to the Ocean Palace is open for Imolen. He'll be doing some shopping, checking for consumables, getting the extra speed tab there on seal, and heading into that Ocean Palace. Meanwhile, Xelpher with Arizona check. Honestly, I think we have to agree. I don't think he's going to be very excited when he hears the reward from Mount Woe that has decided not to do Mount Woe this run. Early on, we thought that, yeah, maybe we discussed that maybe the speed tab's investment on Megas was to prepare for a Mount Woe check. But not today. Yeah, this is the new shop. The new shop here is one of the I mean, it's the best shop we can find here in the game, and that's wow. Vigil hat plus. I'm curious to see that Vigil hat plus. Let's see. Oh, good stud, nice. Protection from all with a magic plus 6. Interesting. I think he's like deciding between the gold stud and the elixir and the hyper eater and the amulets and the Vigil hat plus. I mean, that's a lot to buy. Not a lot of money to available. Let's see the reward here for Xelpher. Let's say Doom Blade. Wow, that's not exactly what he wanted right now. That's oof. A Doom Blade. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, the Doom Blade is a key item that well, that maybe might be good for Frog, but that will not unlock the gold he needs. That's not good. That's not good. Ooh. We can hear the sounds of the end game approaching for Imolen. That's a huge. Ooh, yes. Okay, yes. One of the possibilities that I thought about it earlier is that Xelpher might be going to search for Marl so that he's able to get 2 techs, 2 key items out of one. That is, not exactly, but we kinda go that route. I mean, getting Marl, finishing the Prism Shard quest, charging the Sunstone, and heading back to get the extra key item. That's 2 key items. Maybe we'll be talking about a time investment of about like 8 minutes. So let's see. Let's say longer go mode for Xelpher today. Not looking very good. Everything can happen. Everything is possible. Because Lavos can Lavos anytime. And depending how much grind Imolen decides to do today, that might make a difference. A very fast Zomber fight. Very fast Zomber fight. No troubles at all. The next menace might be the double golem spot. And that's Chrono. That's Chrono. I don't think Xelpher is definitely not happy seeing Chrono here. Definitely not. Because Chrono will not unlock, I mean, he will not unlock the Prism Shot quest. Poor Luca. Marl is possibly behind Cathedral. Have we seen Frog's Burrow yet? Have we? Don't remember. Frog was in the burrow, great. So Marl is behind Cathedral. Yeah, I mean, by minute 10, I said one of the disadvantages of not finishing Cathedrals that you might miss having the character that you need to do the checks. And they knew that. Actually, it was a great play for Imoland, considering all the other checks that he has decided to do in this race. But not exactly a good play for Xelpher. So I mean, it's the same seed, but they decided to go different routes, and that route has kind of designed. I mean, for Maru. By not going, we don't know Genodome, we don't know, WoW, but by not going WoW, Malu was required for a non-WoW route today. Oh, I mean, we don't know what Genodome is hiding, but I don't think we'll see. Maybe we will. Question mark. What is the level that Imoland is safe to keep going? How much grinding sale are we going to see? At 1 hour, in one hour mark, and he's at the grinding fight in the Ocean Palace. That's amazing because, well, there's time to grind. There's time. But we have to consider, Imoland might be thinking, well, Xelpher likes to go WoW early. So maybe he has gone on as well. And then if he's thinking that, he might as well try to go at a lower level if he's thinking and afraid of Xelpher doing the same checks that he did. Dino Tail, is Dino Tail available? Let's see, let me... Dino Tail is Ayla's first stack, so that's great. That it is, Ayla's first stack. Not an issue. Dino Tail is the tech that you need to do a very fast elevator. And also Ayla with a low HP figure. And we see Son of Sun fights. Well, this is not a good fight here in Cathedral, just because you can't actually just go and do a 2000 damage attack to win. And you have to wait and do slowly 10 hits. That is precious, a precious time there. Imoland decided to go. I'm curious to see what the level he said. This is a very fast seed so far. It's level 30. Amazing. That's... looks great. Consumable wise, we see one Hyper Ether, one... oh, that's not a lot. Hopefully he'll not face consumable scarcity. Or maybe one of the fights that he gets here will reward him with a good consumable. There she is, behind Cathedral all the time. I mean, at 1 hour mark, finishing Cathedral after fighting Son of Sun, I don't think Xelpher is very happy with this, but that's what he's going to do. You have to do what you can with the key items that are given to you. An adaptation from a Game of Touch. Well, so far, so good for this Ocean Palace grind. Ayla at 45 HP. Worry about consumables for N. Xelpher is still kind of a long way to go, finishing Prism Shard to get his reward, and then the extra reward from the Charge Moonstone. But it's anyone's game. This is the final. They are awesome and great runners. They have done amazing things in this tournament so far. Ooh, Magic tabs on Ayla. Interesting choice. Yeah, that's a possibility. You can run away from this very first fight before activating the elevator. And Ayla is prepared. 45 HP, Dino Tail ready, fast. Here we go. Yeah, considering she is very fast, I don't think he will face any issues in this elevator. Hopefully not MP-wise. Black hole, well, just in time. An extra possibility for the elevator. A good position for Magus to be here is third. Second, I think that's about 2, maybe. Not sure, but I don't think he'll be using that because, I mean, Dino Tail is... Wow. Fast, reliable, clean, quick. Well, aren't we curious to see what is the reward here from Prism Shard? Ideally, Xelpher would like the clone to get a fast go mode. But I mean, even still, Black Omen Jets now with a lot of hard random bosses with a lot of hit points. Oof. Oof. Hopefully that's not regret after regret. Indeed. I mean, after 1 hour mark. Crisis arm? I mean, really? Crisis arm furrowable. Well, and has decided not to use the crisis arm, and they do. Wow, that's a lot of luck. I mean, we have to talk about this. I mean, 2 golden bosses, and you don't have to worry versus the most worrisome and troublesome dual boss spot in the game. Let's go. I I am pretty sure Xelpher is not happy with the sequence of key items. Not at all. And bosses as well. I mean, there's the golem boss on one side and the normal golem on Xelpher side. Son of Sun on Xelpher side. Tricky bosses for a tricky and long boss for such a simple spot. A very low HP spot. I mean, the first spot, and that was a fast golem boss fight, as expected. Well, that might even be a sub 1 hour 30 if everything goes well on inside. It only ends. It only ends when it ends, so we'll not be talking about victory before time. And that's a Mega Elixir reward. Xelpher side, that's good. That's great. Safety. Here we go. Lava fight, phase 1. It's a very this fight, the lavas will follow with a sequence of attacks. It's very predictable. The only problem here is actually 2 attacks. One of those is obstacle, which will cause an AoE status effect on all your party members, and if that's stopped, and if you don't have any kind of status protection, then it's game over. That's one of the crucial things that you have to take care of, is having status protection. Status protection for this fight is really important. It can be lock, it can be low, it can be confused, a lot of things that's going to make this fight very hard. A sword piece as a reward. I mean, that's wow. Oh, apparently obstacle was not an issue. Apparently obstacle was not an issue. Was it? Is it? It is? It is? It's stopped. Oof. Well, thankfully, that's a really fast Magus. Yeah, I mean, we have to consider that was a twin, a golem boss fight. Everything was like. That's a huge wall if you don't protect yourself. Yes, it is true. I think honestly maybe that's the longest goal mode that this seed is offering, which is forging the mass immune and unlocking and getting frog and jumping into Magus Castle. Very unfortunate sequence of key item rewards for Xelpher in this seed. And nearly at 1 hour 20 minutes and still don't have go mode. Meanwhile, I'm all in, heading directly to Lavos fight phase 2 with an amazing set items. Magos is very very efficient considering that Nova Armor question mark with haste. And Robo's ribbon there doing its work. That is a tricky spot to be on. Lavas will be using his boomerangs right now, unless he's able to finish off one of the arms. He has decided to heal. That was a good call. Just avoiding. Hopefully he'll not single targets both. Okay, good, nice. Let's go. Xelpher going places this seed. Going places, that's not good. Time-wise. The arm, left arm's down. Left arm from our point of view, because from Lava's point of view, that was the right arm. Another heal, just making sure. MP situation is not. Oh, but there's a Lapis M available. That's good. He is very tight on MP. Almolen is very tight on MP and revives. Okay. Just Robo is. Okay, good. I think now we can actually talk about. Wow! Whoa! Wow! Wow! I would not have guessed. I mean, who would have guessed? He has decided to jump to whoa. Well, that's go mode, as we know. Xelpher managed to do both 2 checks actually, while that was the if I do recall correctly, that was Desert and Thomas Paw, Giant's Claw, while Imolen was climbing Mount Woe. So Mount Woe is definitely a longer check, but the reward in DC was great. Wow, he is through phase 2, and now hopefully he'll get the menu glitch. So the menu glitch is a very tight time window that you can hold the menu, enter the menu here, but that's a very tight window. So when the screen goes completely black, you have to hold X, or the menu button that you use to enter the menu, and then you can heal. Oh, he missed the menu glitch. That is not ideal, but well, let's go. Woe and Tyranno that much faster than Mega's Castle? It is indeed. If you, well, depending on the checks that you have to do to unlock Mega's Castle, but it is indeed. Left pod is down, defense is down. Wow. aren't we kinda scared about that no menu bleed situation? And maybe Lava's going to do, hopefully not, Lava things. We can definitely see Haste, the Haste Helm doing its work. Not the Haste Helm, the Haste effect from the Noble Armor question mark. Doing its work, helping Megas a lot and helping Imolan stop. Ooh, that's not good. That's not good. Hopefully he'll finish the center off right now. Because that's an ultimate physical attack. And possibly only Robo will survive. It's getting close. It's getting close. Oof. Hopefully he's counting damage. Yes. Let's move down. Time to recover. Let's go. Amazing that he was able to recover and fight and finish the left bit in the center without receiving any attack on Megas. That was incredible. 301 HP from the beginning. Meanwhile, Xelpher climbing Mount Wall because he prefers not to go Mega's Castle, finish Wall, and do any other go mode. Which is understandable. Yeah, having the possibility of spamming dark matters without getting any counters, that's amazing. That's 2000 damage on the center and some damage to the core. That's great. Another time warp to the same times period. Time to heal and avoid the Grand Stone. Lapis M for MEP everybody. He's going for it. Continuing to attack. And that's it. GG, I'm all in. GG, wow, that was an incredible time. Now we can actually say that the fight is over. That was an incredible lava fight. Incredible time, incredible race, incredible sequence of key items. That was really good. Congratulations, Amolen. Welcome in.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations. Yeah, talk about the siege. Share your thoughts.
Well, I'm going to be curious what Xelpher, if Xelpher went to WoW. This seemed like a WoW seed, and Xelpher liked WoW, so yeah, I actually thought this would be a very tight race because we would be going to WoW, following mostly the same path.
Yeah, I was actually talking about it because you were grinding at the Ocean Palace, and I was like, maybe Anne is thinking that they followed the same sequence of checks, and he is very tight for that grind because Xelpher is right behind him. But Xelpher has decided to not go WoW today, and he went places. A lot of checks. His tracker is very filled right now. A lot of colors. Very unfortunate sequence of. He went places that was not a great sequence of key items. That
Yeah,
was
a 126 for a Lavos seed is
yes, impressive. Very good, very good, very good.
is pretty
Congratulations.
tight.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was very unfortunate because Xelpher went to while you were climbing wall, he did like 2 checks, and then after found the pendant, like at what maybe 1 hour, maybe 15-minute mark. Xelpher, welcome in. Welcome in.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you.
welcome in, welcome in. I
Appreciate it.
don't. Yeah, yeah. I think you have the word now. Say what you're thinking about the seed. Yeah, just say it.
This is what I get for ignoring WoW.
Yeah, I was like,
Why didn't you go to WoW?
Oh man, I'm like, oh well, you know.
Magus's first tech was dark matter. This is a WoW seed.
I don't know what I was thinking.
Yeah, and then we had a comment in chat like, Xelpher is investing speed tabs on Magus because he's planning to go to WoW after that, even though we don't even know where the gate key is.
I was getting him prepared in case I wanted to go, but by the time I got there, I was like, well, I don't think I really need the power from WoW. I'm killing things pretty quickly. I'm sure I'll find something. Something will come up. 1 hour later.
Wow. We were like, no, it's a lot of bad rewards after sad rewards, and then Jerky, and then Prism Shard, and then Mar, and then fighting Chrono at the Dactyl Nest, and that was like, wow. The seed was like telling, not here. That was very unfortunate.
It was like the seed was telling us, go to WoW, or you know, have fun if you don't go to WoW. Just you should go to WoW.
And why what was your thought about going to Tyranno so early? I mean, your consumable situation was kind of actually worried about the few eaters, few revives, few shelters, everything.
Tyranno there? Oh.
Yeah, I was just gonna try and push it because I thought Xelpher would go to WoW and we would both have a fast go mode, and I just felt like I needed to go.
Mm-hmm.
And after WoW, I had the levels, so yeah, I just didn't do the shopping to catch up. So I think I ended up with exactly the right amount of shelters.
Yeah, there was a moment early on during the seed, like maybe the 20-minute mark, when you were fighting the boss at the Denodor Mountains, which was Red Knights. And your fight was actually, you started first, but your fight was actually slower because Xelpher was able to unlock Ice 2, wasn't it? And do a very fast fight with Uzi punches, and after investing the power tabs and the speed tabs, and he was actually, I mean, in that moment, he went ahead, but for a very short amount of time. Because then you decided to go WoW, and the seed went on as it did. Any additional thoughts about the seed? I think the start was really good, wasn't it? Dark matter?
The start was great. We had dark matter, triple kick came by quickly, we had shock right away, and then he got Uzi punch. The beginning was great, and I was like, oh well, I'll just run with this. I'm sure we were both running with it and just clearing things out pretty quickly too.
Yeah. So I will share where was the clone. Any guesses?
Oh, I know it's at Genodome.
Yeah, so Genodome and Sun Palace. So I mean, after getting the pendant from the Heroes Medal, that was also a possibility. But I mean, Genodome is also a longer dungeon, so.
How long ago did you find the sword pieces?
I found it 5 minutes ago.
Okay.
The last sword piece was from Sunstone.
So you were trying to go WoW rather than start Magus Castle?
Yep. At that point, I was like, well, WoW has a go mode, Genodome has a go mode. I've heard you could do woe quickly, so I was like, I'll just do woe really quickly because I really don't want to do Magus' Castle.
Mhm.
And I ran up
sure.
woe, got the Dreamstone, saw the dot done. I was like, all right, well.
That's a long way to go, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, very unfortunate. Yeah, I think the seed overall went like pretty fast, considering items and I mean Nova armor question mark with haste. Wasn't that great?
Oh, sure, it's great for 2 minutes. Yep.
Yeah, this
And
was
I think
definitely a speed-friendly seed. Once
Yeah.
Robo had his ribbon, and you had the other speed tabs for Magus and Ayla, you know, we were pushing 14 speed on everybody.
that helped you a lot because of obstacle being stopped, hasn't it? And
And
you
I
used it, yeah.
I purchased the Vigil hat, and of course Magus comes with an amulet, so that
Mhm.
was friendly.
And missing the menu glitch, were you scared?
Not too much. I probably would have liked to have a white mail just in case I got
Mhm.
lightninged. And there was another speed tab that got dropped, but that I didn't get to use. But
Mhm.
it's fine because I didn't feel that low on resources. The Lapis M's actually worked pretty well for those final bosses,
Mhm.
and
Yeah,
I did buy a gold stud at the new shop.
Mhm. Yeah, that new shop was really good. We must admit that. That was a lot of options. We saw there you like thinking about the items, the item set that you were going to buy, right? Like a lot of things to buy.
And
Oh, great.
I could have bought hyper ethers or elixirs or full tonics, but I saw that Vigil Hat Plus and I saw the gold stud,
Mhm.
and so I even you were asking about consumables. I even sold a few to try and get those items
Mhm. Well,
because they just gave more safety in a seed where I thought I had to go fast.
mhm. Yeah, I think that new shop and the items that you went with for the final lava fight. I mean, it was an early, very early lava fight. I mean, sub 130, and you went all in. Well, congratulations again. Any final thoughts?
I do have one final question. Did anybody find Dalton this seed?
No, the
No.
double boss in the Ocean Palace was Golem Boss.
Was it
No.
really?
And
Oh
then,
man.
like, a sequence of luck and bright. I mean, that was
Well,
great.
I'm gonna say any seed we don't see Dalton as a win.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna go.
Great. And yeah, you didn't have to do Vegas Castle, right?
Yeah, that too. Mostly because I'm stubborn, but yeah, that too.
Well, thank you again. Thank you, Xelpher. I'm Olen, Fieldwork that was tracking today, and SpeedGaming crew. And we do have a game 2 and possibly a game 3. So that game 2 will happen Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Correct?
That is correct.
Awesome. Awesome. Hopefully, you'll be able to relax and chill and rest for game 2. And we'll be very excited. I'm going to be doing commentary with Azurkale. And hopefully, it's going to be a better seed, right, Xelpher? A better
Oh,
seed.
I'm hoping so. We'll see what
Hopefully,
happens.
yes. Hopefully, yes. Okay. Thank you again. And thank you, everyone. Hope you have a good one. And I think that's it for now. Bye, guys. Thank you all. Bye, everyone. And we'll be wrapping up for today.